Hey, everybody, it's me. I'm back. Thank you. I feel so much better today. I can't get over how much better I feel. It's remarkable. I've been just staying so hot and trying to hide this mess. My art studio. Sometimes my husband will come in here and he'll be like, if we ever move, we're going to have to repaint. I said, repaint? I said, we're going to have to change everything. Let's get to the point. Something came in the mail today which really motivated me, because like I said, art does motivate me. And first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the tutorials, the videos, some tutorials. Thank you to people like Denise, who have wished me a speedy recovery. I did have a speedy recovery, and that sentiment touched me, and I wanted to say thank you, because in this world, it's nice. It's nice to know that, I don't know, made me feel good. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, okay? And I'm doing much better. And I'm here to hopefully take away the mystery of the first part of my teaser trailer, which was, this came in the mail today, metal leafing, metal leaf. This is the Mona Lisa. They make so many brands. This is aluminum. The silver leafing is aluminum. So this is, that's what this is. This is imitation silver leafing by Mona Lisa. It's a 36 by 36 canvas. I believe I said it was 35 by 35. That was wrong. And so the first thing the first mystery I'm going to take out of that trailer is, probably not enough, but my vision is a very monochromatic so far. It could change, but right now I'm going to be applying this silver leaf to probably the whole thing. I think I'm going to do the whole thing, and the reason is because I want the flexibility to change it, and not be all of a sudden say, well, I wish I had done the other parts, and then have to stop and go back and do it. So I'm going to silver leaf the entire canvas, and with the imitation silver leaf, which is say it, Mary, aluminum. So this is a journey. This is our journey together, and so I'll be right back. I'm going to clear the decks. I'm going to put down my my canvas. We're going to start. Get this on here. That's going to be it's going to be the first part. There's probably going to be like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 parts to this. I don't know, but let's. It's a journey, and it's going to be so much fun. Really looking forward to it, and I hope you'll join me. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we begin this project now. Like I said, this is a 36 by 36, and I've already done the most of the canvas, at least certainly half of it. And the reason I started here is because I wanted you to, this is the best shot of how I'm applying the adhesive. And what I'm doing is I'm going down, and then I'm going across. So I'm going down, then I'm going across, down, across, down, across, so that I'm not missing any part of the canvas. So by brushing it in both directions, I feel comfortable that I've covered the entire canvas, and that at least I hope that I haven't left any dry spots, that, any spots without any glue. So that's what you're looking at here, is just me going down and across, down and across, etc. And you'll be able to tell by looking, what I'm doing. The other thing is, now when all of this glue, this adhesive that's on here, is going to be left on this canvas overnight. And that is because the open time for this adhesive is 48 hours. I'm not going to wait 48 hours. I'm going to let this canvas sit overnight tonight, and then when I get up tomorrow, I'll go downstairs. It should be, the whole canvas should be nice and tacky still. So, the minimum you want to leave it is about 20 minutes to half an hour. But the open time is that it stays tacky for according to the instructions, about 48 hours. So it'll be about, no, 24 hours, less than 24 hours when we start to silver leaf this, when we start putting the leafing on tomorrow morning. And that's when the fun really starts. So I'm really, really waiting. I can't wait. I'll see you then. Bye. Okay, we're back. So notice what I'm saying here. Get wax paper if you don't have some. It's a true game changer. I went back and I looked at a few more sites last night after I put the glue down. And I went back to the artist. I wanted to make sure I was pronouncing her name correctly. And I caught something this time that I didn't catch the last time. Her name is Nancy Rayner. I believe she's in the Southwest somewhere. Her art is beautiful. It's just beautiful. She uses a lot of gold leaf, and she's really good. In my opinion, of course, but it'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who doesn't think so. But still, so I noticed, I said, wait a minute, what did I miss here? I wanted to, I noticed her picking up a piece of the leafing with some wax paper. And she literally just did what I'm doing. You just lay it on there, you lift it up, you basically hover over where you want it to go, and you put it down. And are there instances where sometimes, the corner or, a piece of the gold leaf will kind of, fall off a little bit of the wax paper, a piece of it or what have you? It doesn't matter, just push it right back on there gently with your finger. Do not press too hard, please. When you do this, when you're picking up when you're gently turning the tissue, and I got very proficient at that, pretty good at that. You can see I kind of wet my finger just a little in the corner, and I just sort of, slip up the tissue paper. Then I take the wax paper and I press. I don't rub, because if I rub, the metal is gonna stick. It's gonna stick to the wax paper. And if you try to rub it onto the canvas, it's not going to stick onto the canvas. It's going to stick onto the wax paper. So you have an ally with wax paper. You have an amazing tool that will cut your time immensely. So Nancy, I'm sure you'll probably never see this, but sometimes there's 6 degrees of separation, and for some chance, I just want to say thank you. I love your work, and you've cut so much time off this process by giving of your time to show this on your tutorial. And I'll be watching some more of your things. Your work is beautiful. So I just wanted to say that, and you got to give credit where credit is due. And perhaps this is a tactic that is known. It wasn't known to me, and I've seen several tutorials, but I saw it on hers, so it really worked out so great. Okay, the other thing is, sometimes I'll be talking through this, and oh my gosh, God forbid if anybody heard what some of the rumblings that were going on in my head. Listen to some music, unless you're going to be talking through this, put some music on, put a TV show on or something like that, because this is a very long process, a very tedious process. It's a true labor of love, but I was so excited to get it done, I didn't care. Anyway, there it is, it's done, and now I start the burnishing. Now, I've seen artists burnish with different things. I chose the soft plastic method, and you can see there I'm kind of going over it as a test. The glue really, I did a good job, thankfully, with the glue, and the glue was perfect it held the metal leafing perfectly. And the burnishing, you don't want to skip the step. I say it every time. I'm going to keep saying it to drill it in. Don't miss this step, whether you choose to do it the way Nancy Rayner does it on hers. And in this particular case, I saw her use wax paper. She wanted it. She wanted the texture. She paints rugged landscapes, different landscapes. I haven't seen all her work, but a few pieces I saw on her website and this tutorial. And, they're just beautiful. The colors are outrageous. And she was burnishing, I believe it was, I'm pretty sure, I'll double check, but with wax paper. And I remember her clearly, specifically saying that she liked the texture. So, but for this piece, I want it to be, I don't want so much of the texture. I want it to be a little, smoother. And now the canvas isn't going to allow it the ultimate smoothness that I sort of had in mind, but it will do what I need it to do. And I think it's going to be much better. I think it's just going to be so pretty with all this silver leafing on it, with what I have in my mind. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to pass along to you. Don't forget to, burnish it. Don't forget to gently take it off with brushes. They have, again, like I tell you, different size brushes. This is goat hair brush. I did purchase more glue, a couple more brushes, specific brushes for for this process, not just this part right here, but for actually lifting the gold leaf or the silver leaf off the tissue. But I don't know if I need it anymore now that I found the wax paper method. But so this is the best part. This is the most fun part. It still takes a long time, and but it's really worth it when you see how beautiful it looks when it's done. It's worth every second. I did go back and do the sides, so make a decision in the beginning about the sides, and then take that into account with when you're deciding how many sheets of leafing that you're going to be using when you do the math. So here it is, about to show it to you, and we'll talk in a minute.
Hey again, everybody. Mary Mitchell. Woo, it's good to be here. Always a good day when you're creating, and I'm finished with what I consider to be the sort of like the highlight of this whole piece that I've been working on, and that I put out that kind of obnoxious little teaser about. I'm really sorry about that, but I was trying to lure you in. Come to the dark side, to the light side. So without keep going on, you're going to see it. The process is that it's all done. Now you can see that all the squares, and they're all different squares on here, and that's okay. I have looked at many videos, and I haven't seen any of them where I haven't noticed the squares. And because you're dealing with 6x6, you're dealing with 6x6. I think they make them even smaller, but I chose the 6x6. I'm not sure if they make them any bigger. I didn't see any, let me put it that way. So I stuck with the 6x6. This is silver. It's really aluminum. It's imitation, as I just want to make that clear. I've read it tarnishes, it doesn't tarnish. I've read both sides of it. I've seen aluminum tarnish based on the element. I'm going to be painting on this. I'm going to seal it because I don't want to take any chances. I just don't. I don't have any experience with silver leafing, so I don't know if it's going to tarnish if I try to paint when I paint on it. Okay, so I thought about texturizing it with some soft-bodied paste. I'm not going to. I'm going to paint directly on it, and I think I've finally crystallized my vision of what I want to see on here. So all the, let me back up a little bit. The you could call them characteristic of the media, of the medium I'm using. You could call it, it's just the nature of the medium that I'm using, okay? And I could have made the squares, I could have gone crazy and gone, you know, pencil straight lines and, you know, really broken this up so that every single square that was put in there was perfectly placed, like just perfectly placed. And they weren't. The truth is, they were absolutely not perfectly placed. They were perfectly placed for me, for what I want.
Okay, so here is the base. The painting will, of course, be next, and that's another video. You can, if you look carefully, you can see some of the square of the lines of the squares, which will be blended into the painting when that happens. I'm glad you joined me. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Take care, and I'll see you in part 2. Bye-bye.